MCSR Ranked Season 10 playoffs is happening in just a few days. So I thought I would do a little prediction for who will win and what the bracket will look like. Let's divide this up. Now, just to clarify, this video is not serious at all. It's just my predictions. So, first match, round of 16, Infume and HDMI cables. Now, Infume is, some of you may know, but Infume is probably the biggest upcoming new speedrunner of recent times. And he's just like, what can I say about him? He's just, from what I've seen, the most consistent player I've ever watched. And disclaimer, I don't play MCSR Ranked. I don't do any of that. I literally just watch. I've been watching for a while. And HDMI cables, he's kind of an underdog. He's not really gotten into many of these types of tournaments before, like playoffs types, but he's definitely a strong player. He's consistently at the top of the leaderboards, around maybe 20-30-ish, I think. I don't know exactly, but yeah. So I think that this match will go to Infume. He is ranked the #1, and I think this because he's just such an incredibly consistent player, and I think this match will be a 3-0. And I'm not going to elaborate too much on that. I just think he's like just mechanically and decision-wise much better. Next match, Silver and Hacking Noises. Now, these two players are very old players in the scene. Silver, I believe, won Season 2 playoffs, and Hacks has won the last 2 playoffs, Season 8 and Season 9. And yeah, they're both very scary players. These rankings do not reflect their actual skill. So I believe that this match will be going to Hacks. Hacks is he's a character. And I think this match will be a 3-2 because Hacks is, I would say they're very similarly matched in this, to be honest. It could go either way here. And I am a Hack supporter. And moving on to our next match, Dougal versus Aquacord. Now, Dougal is probably like the prodigy of Minecraft. Truly. Like, he can PvP, he can telebridge, he can do Bed Wars, he can speedrun. Like, this guy is just insane. He hasn't been performing the best in MCSR recently, but obviously you can't count Dougal out. Aquacord, on the other hand, is he's been in the community for quite a long time, but he's always been up there, but he hasn't made his big like, he hasn't gotten a playoffs title yet. So I think this match will be going to Dougal. And I think the score will be I think this will be a 3-1. Now, the next match, Blazemine versus Bing Pigs, otherwise known as Big Mongi. Now, Blazemine had, I believe Blazemine had an incredible run last playoffs. Like, really great. He knocked out Silver, I think? I don't remember. But these two are very good players. Mongi has been consistently very high ranked. He's like on the level of Hacks, Dougal, some of these big names. I think Blaze will win this one. Just cause he's been playing really well recently. That's my hot take. I think Blazeman will win that one. Now next, EDCR and I'm so sorry, Ulsahin. I do not know who that is. Dang. Now I do know EDCR. EDCR is he has played so many games. It's absurd. It's actually crazy. But he just grinds the game so much, which is evident by his number 2 rank. So, yeah. And Ulsahin, I don't know him, but don't know much about him, but I think either way, I think EDCR will take this match. Now, moving on, Beef Salad versus Bad Gamer. Now, these two are very consistent players. Beef Salad also is very similar to EDCR in the way that he has so many games, like an insane amount. Bad Gamer has quite a lot of games, but they're both very evenly matched. I think Beef will win this though, just from what I've seen from his gameplay. Next game is Feinberg versus Low-Key. Now, if you don't know, Low-Key is an absolute mechanical beast. Actually insane. And Feinberg is the one who created or kind of hosted MCSR Ranked for the past forever. And yeah, he's also a very good speedrunner. I think this one, I haven't been doing the rankings. My bad. I think Blazeman will win 3-1. I think EDCR will win 3-1. And I think Beef will win 3-2. I think Low-Key will win this match. I'll just do that. I think Low-Key will win this match because his mechanics are on a completely different level. And I think this match will be a 3-0, unfortunately. And our final playoffs round of 16 match is Raul and NHB. And from what I've seen, I've watched quite a bit of both of these players. I think that they're very evenly matched, but I think that Raul will win. And I think this match's score will be a 3-1. Now, moving on to the quarterfinals. Considering that these are our brackets, I think Infium will beat Hacks. Now, Infium versus Hacks was the playoffs, grand finals, last playoffs. And Hacks won that 4-2, I believe. But I think Infium is just such a consistent player that on any good day, and if Hacks is having especially like a bad day, I think Infium will win. I think that will be a 3-1. Putting Infium in the semifinals. And yep. And between Blaze and Dougal, it's tough to say because Blaze has been playing really good and Dougal is you really can't count out. He's always good. So I think Duke will win, just based on like how he generally does, but it's hard to say. I think this one will be a 3-1. Now, EDCR versus Beef Salad. This match is quite interesting. I think this match will be one of the best matches of the game, or of the season, because they're both very evenly matched. They both play so much, and it's just gonna be a really fun match to watch. I think, though, that EDCR will be taking this. And I think the score for this game will be 3-2. I think it'll be a very exciting match, that one. Now, moving on to our final quarterfinals match, Loki versus Rao. I think that this will be a clean 3-0 sweep from Loki, just because Loki is so mechanically sound. When he's in the flow state, he's an absolute beast. Now let's talk about the semifinals. So we got Infium and Doog, and EDCR and Loki. So Infium is a really consistent player, obviously. I think this match he will win, but it's going to be a pretty close one. It's going to be 3-2. And the other semifinals, EDCR versus Loki. I think Loki will take this just because of his raw mechanics, and EDCR, even though he's played like thousands of matches, he hasn't played in this high level like setting so much to carry him all the way to grand finals, the final match. So I think Loki will take this 3-1. Now this leaves us with EDCR and Doog in the third place match. And Infium and Loki in the grand finals. Let's do the third place match first. So Doog versus EDCR. I think this match will go to Doog just because he's been in this position so many times. I think it's going to be a 3-1. And grand finals is first to 4 instead of first to 3, like all the other matches. And I think that Infium will win this 4-2. And yeah, these are my thoughts on Ranked Season 10. I know this is really late, but yeah, I'm gonna be probably recapping each weekend, and yeah, I'll see you then. Peace.